Hello, chat. Can you hear me? Hear me? It's I, the voice of Bingo. There we are. Hello, everybody. Good evening and good morning, and welcome to yet another stream. It is another day and another sleigh. Hello to everybody. Hello, Mordui. Thank you so much for tuning in to the chat. Now, I just want to make this real quick, and I have a bit of a withdrawal from not playing bingo for so long. So let's just go ahead and play it really quickly. Hello, Sigarian. I hope you're having a great day. Let's go to some news real quickly. Let's take a quick look at the leaderboards. This is from uniwoo.me. This is their bingo leaderboards, and you'll be able to see the current status of the leaderboard here. We have reported, hold on. There we go. We have reported that there is a Unicorn Bingo leaderboard points visual bug. So they're not reflecting the correct player scores, but the points are accumulating correctly. We just haven't put it in there correctly, if that makes sense. But we are going to get that sorted out, and we are going to make another known issue announcement for when we have that fixed. All right, and while we're here, I want y'all to take a quick look at this Zy Vanguard Genesis program. It's from the Galaxy Questing app, and we will be here real soon. Take a look at these cute little unicorns having the time of their lives. So we are going to post the link to this really quickly, and we're going to announce when the Crypto Unicorn Slug is ready and is viewable. So right now, it's still on Chapter 1. And it's mostly related to Zy. We're going to have similar things like this. But for Crypto Unicorns, and that's coming in soon. So I hope you guys keep your eyes peeled for that. Alright, let's get to the gaming. So we're going to be playing practice rooms for now because of the current situation, TM. Let's just say I don't feel too confident about making you guys play the other rooms because some things might pop out. Maybe we can do that next stream. We're playing room 5 today. I don't know, Sigari. Give me room 5 money. I'll play it. Oh, and we have a very special guest. We have we have the tribe leader of the tribe that won the 10K USDC coming in on our stream. By the way, if you want to come in and talk, say hi on our stream, go ahead to the stream lounge on Discord. And when I can, I'm going to pull you into this channel and we can have a little talk. Just don't say sussy things in chat, please. All right, without further ado. Hello, Goliath Rules. Can you hear me? You probably need to mute your Twitch so like you don't get an echo thing coming along. All right, I think he's a little busy right now, so let's go ahead and start. Oh, there we go. Hey. Having a great day?
Having a great day. We're actually having a great week here in Thud. I gotta say, we kind of took our time during the season and that, and really kind of just enjoyed the game, played it, built a little family with us and tribes and that, and in the end, it all seemed to work out. I mean, sometimes RNG is your friend in that, so
Absolutely.
we're totally thrilled about the fact that we won. My little Thud family basically was just elated and looking forward to getting the prize money and getting it
Oh, heck
distributed.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be good times in that.
Love to hear it.
I had joked last time about the fact that I was gonna get a motorcycle, so I'll probably end up staking it.
No motorcycle? Aw, dang it. No motorcycle, chat.
Well, you gotta take care of your family, right? In the end, with the fact that the game basically has a good future as far as I'm concerned. moving
Mm-hmm.
ahead, and in the end, we're just going to keep working it and that. But yeah, we're looking forward to season two with
Oh, get
regards
him.
to tribes. Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting on what you all put out in that in terms of where we go with things. So look forward to seeing what that's gonna look like in that. So
And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's, like, what y'all are going to do there and what's going to happen. It's basically just one big, I don't know, like, each tribe has their own thing to focus on. And I don't know, just like it really just heats up during tribe seasons. But you agree with that?
I, I do agree with that. I almost got some alpha out of you. I'm assuming there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think in the end, I mean, we took an approach of really focusing on. I think we focused more on questing, and we did level up our base um, in our town hall to a level where we were sort of at a moderate level,
Uh-huh.
level five, in that, and getting essentially rare gems. Um, that helped us out a lot in terms of points, in terms of where we were going. And I have to give credit to Gabe, because if it was Gabe and Queen Fox and that,
Nice.
both of them essentially were leaders in the community along with me with Thud, and we got a lot of really cool folks that really pulled through in terms of supporting it and that. So there's a lot of great players, a lot of really good um, communication in my group and that, and just
Mm-hmm.
real positive vibes. So I like that. I like that aspect about tribes.
Yeah.
That the fact is it can bring out, they can basically bring folks together,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully it's a positive experience for folks in that in the end. I mean, in our case, it was. So we really look forward to kind of doing some of the battles and stuff like that with other folks in terms of, I know that there was some previews on how some of the games might look like or how they might work in
Mm-hmm.
terms of how we might be able to uh, battle or go at it with other tribes, maybe in a more
Yeah.
PvP type aspect in that. I know there was
Shout
a
out to
little.
Sismal for that, by the way. He's hard at work making all of that happen, and he might drop some alpha in Sirius if y'all happen to bump into him. Say hi.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, we know that there's the other thing too about the tribes thing is that we know that there's space on that board, obviously, for other things. I mean, it's not like
Uh huh.
you're gonna have one big building in the middle and one building on the side and nothing else around it. We fully expect that board to be built out, in some way, shape, or form. So I guess prior to us shutting down, one of the things that our group did is we kind of focused on
Mm-hmm.
just getting in a situation where we uh, if we had new buildings, we could basically build those up. And so some of it was that a lot of us focused on leveling up our lands. So in my case,
Yeah.
I actually have 16 lands that are maxed out level to level 10 with level 10.
Oh, he's ready,
Um,
boys.
yeah, no, I'm ready to rock. So I got level 10 on everything, so ready to go. So when that thing fires up, I think a lot of us in our group are gonna just go at it and have some fun and go from there. But yeah, I mean, one of the things that I talked about, and I kind of jokingly talked about with Thud, is we're semi-casual in the end. I think
Uh huh.
that plays out,
Yeah.
well. Where we got, we kind of put our own little pressure on things and that, but we don't get crazy. And I think in our group that kind of works out well. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, any other questions for me before I let you go do your thing?
Hmm. I don't know. Let's think of a good question. Do you have anything to say to other leaders of other tribes regarding the next season?
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that I would say with other leaders to other tribes is don't underestimate Thud in the end. I mean,
Ooh.
yeah, I'm just saying, we got basically we got some of our folks leveled up. We might be gunning for you, but in the end, I think let's keep this positive. Let's keep this fun,
Uh
and
huh.
let's go from there. So yeah,
All right. Thank you so much for coming in, saying hi, and congratulations again on that 10K USDC. I hope
Thank you.
you and your
Congratulations.
guild.
You played yourself.
Enjoy your stream.
Thank you so much. Fancy's out here with a soundboard. I'm loving the support.
Nice. Later.
Later. All right. Thank you so much, Goliath Rules from God, for saying hi. So if anybody else wants to say hi on the stream, you can just go ahead on Discord and go to the stream lounge. And then when I see y'all, I can just pop in and move y'all here and we can have a nice little talk. BW is asking, what room are we in? Right now we're in the practice room doing a couple of practice rounds. We've had a couple of, I think last weekend we had a downtime situation and there's some people who haven't played bingo since then. So I just want to ease you in with a couple of practice rooms. And after that, we can move on to the non-practice ones. Like maybe let's do room 2 or room 3, you know, just to get into the spirit of things. Oh, did I miss? Did I miss a couple? Oh, I don't know. There's just something about talking and whatever this is. Bingo, there we go. I'm playing bingo. It just really scrambles my brain.
Bingo.
Exactly. Okay. I'm happy to report, by the way, that I've finally gotten one blackout. But it happened while I wasn't on screen. Does it really count? I don't know. You guys tell me. Does it really count if I got a blackout outside of the stream? It was a pretty good round, too. I crushed that one guy I was playing with. I think he got like a, I don't know, 1,000 or something. No, 2 or 3,000 is the score. And then I got around 37,000. So, yeah, that was a pretty clean rinse. Rip and peace to that guy. But, I'm happy I finally got that out of the way. Got a blackout in.
What happens usually during a blackout?
Oh, okay, so during a blackout, you press everything. Like, all of the numbers come out. Yeah, there's no
graphics.
No. I wish there was. That would be cute. That would be nice.
There was.
Say hello, everybody, to Fancy Unicorn, by the way, joining me on the stream.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Zyori is not here, so I'm trying to keep Sparkly some company. Hello.
Oh, that's so nice. Fancy just got back from giving everybody on Sirius a little spanking, because y'all get to some things when I'm taking a nap, and we have to put y'all in timeout every now and then.
Oh, Thud is here on our chat. Hello, Thud community.
Hello, everybody. Hope y'all are having a great day. Thud in the house. There we go. Love to see it. Man, I don't even know what I'm... Okay, wait. Okay. I got some numbers. I don't have a ×2. That sucks. But I got an okay score. It was above 5,000. We will live. Okay, so I won against Compassionate, I have no idea what his last name is. Compassionate, something. That was really weird. Earlier, I got a score where...
Did you win against him?
Yeah, I won against them. But earlier, I played a game, and I wasn't against anybody, and then I just won. I'm not sure what...
Does that count?
I don't know if that counts.
Okay. Oh, by the way, right now we're having the filing for candidacy for our Season 5 Governance Council is ongoing. So if anyone wants to file candidacy, you can check it out on our announcement channel, how to file for your candidacy for the next Governance Council. So yeah, I hope someone comes forward. More people come forward in our community.
Absolutely. We've had a couple of great people come in and file their candidacy already. So I'm really excited for whoever else is willing to go ahead and file for their candidacy. It's been a really spicy couple of days, chat. I don't know. I feel like everybody's bored because of the migration. So now we're finding all sorts of things to to get us distracted. And lots of drama is aboard. So if you're like me and you're really like getting to the bottom of things like that, I feel like having a position in the Governance Council is going to be great for you. So just go ahead to that channel and state your candidacy. We would be delighted to have you. There are a couple more steps, and there's going to be a snapshot vote, of course, but candidacy is the first step. File for it. Read up on what you need to do to be a responsible member of the DAO, and make sure to give it a try. Oh man, I don't even know when I get a golden ball. Like, I don't know what ball to pick.
I
So,
don't either. I just pick whatever when I play.
right? Like, I just think of, okay, maybe I'll get the red ball. And then it shows up, and there's no red ball.
I usually pick the yellow one. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. That's a good strat. That's a good strat. I think we all have our favorite color.
Yeah, I guess so.
I really like purple, but I don't really need to do like the golden ball thing for purple most of the time because it gets filled out really quickly. I don't know if it's just me.
Or is it pink? It's kind of, I don't know. For me,
I don't know.
I don't know. For me, it's pink. I don't know.
I mean, it kind of, it does look pink, and I'd prefer it was pink, but it kind of follows the bingo thing, kind of follows the rainbow convention.
Oh,
like red is B. Oh no, I
I
got
see.
owned by Willing Dolphin.
Oh,
That is 7 Zy for Willing Dolphin. By the way, our Zy deposits for last week will come in soon. Just wanted to clarify that with chat because we were pretty prompt on our first week, but don't worry, our second week of Zy deposits for the Lucky 7 bingo will come soon. We're going to post an update about it on the announcements page. We just need to confirm some things in light of the downtime, you know, just to make sure everything is correct and we don't miss anything. Oh man, there's a bad, like, first couple numbers.
you haven't got anything.
I got like 3. This is my third one. Oh man. Okay, there we go.
I don't know how you do it while talking.
I also don't know how I do it. I just figure it out, I guess.
How do you play it? Like, you're on your phone? Like, holding
Yes.
your phone?
So I have 2 phones, 3 screens in front of me, a stream deck, and I play ADHD Simulator, I guess. I don't know.
I see.
George says, I can't multitask when playing. Ooh, I feel ya. The last game that you played doesn't exist anymore. Okay, just drop off the face of the earth, I guess. Let's do another game. That's why I want everybody to be on practice rooms first. We never know when things like that happen and pop up. I just want to test out the game first after that downtime to see if we are chugging along nicely and we don't have anything like that happening on other rooms. I mean, there's been improvement, I think, because we no longer have any rooms that have you know, like a bit of a delay. So sometimes I get completely shafted by, like, it just keeps on loading. It tells me there's poor connection, etc. But like when I look at my other devices, they seem to be doing fine, you know. I don't think it's like an internet problem. Or maybe it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's a server thing.
But did you believe in the heart of the cards?
Ah, crap. Ah, crap. That's why. That's totally why. Zyori, come in and clutch with the answer to all of life's questions.
You know, looking back, why didn't Yugi just call it intuition?
Bro wanted, I don't know, something to put TM on. Heart of the cards. TM.
Yugi could have been way ahead of the curve. He could have been all about the manifestation meta before it was cool. You have to manifest the cards. Silly Yugi.
Bro is on hacks the entire game. I cannot be convinced otherwise. The heart of the cards. Sure, buddy. Maybe that's the name of his proprietary gambling software or something. Where you get the exact cards.
I never got too big into Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched, like, I don't know. It's always weird when stuff gets ported to America because it's behind.
Yeah. Yeah, like, they change stuff up. 4Kids is, like, super bad with their localization. You know how Pokemon has, like, rice cakes? And the dub keeps calling them jelly donuts.
Jelly donuts. Yeah, I think I got into Yugi late, so I didn't have the setup. And
Uh-huh.
then I watched like the end of season 2 and then season 3 and then fell off before it got. I remember watching the arc with Pegasus and how he's fighting against all these like
The
half up toon
tunes.
cards. And it's
Yeah,
too
Yugi
good.
boy. Yeah. Bro
And
was
like
cheating.
Pegasus was kind of a cool bad guy, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was kind of after that season 1's done. I remember even as a kid being smart enough to consider the meta of like, wait a minute here. Pegasus can make his own cards? Well, that doesn't. Hey, come on, that's cheating. It just
That's
seemed a
very pay
little
a
too
win of you,
meta.
Pegasus.
They needed a better meta hook of like, all right, in this world where like these cards are like, real life and they summon creatures and do damage, there's
Yeah.
got to be a cooler lore behind how they're created than just, oh, Pegasus is the
I make
only
shit
guy
up.
with a card printer. That damn Pegasus, they just like, I don't know. It's just, I don't
Yeah.
think they ever really explain it either. They just kind of let him. I like his evil eye though.
Oh
His
yeah,
evil
yeah. The
eye.
Millennium Eye is so badass, and with that hair, oh perfection. Bro should be in Fashion Week. That's all I'm saying.
I do remember when I switched schools in 7th grade though, and I only had Pokemon cards, and the kids at the new school were all about Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I do remember thinking I was better than them because I liked Pokemon and they liked Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, I don't know. It feels like Yu-Gi-Oh as a card game doesn't really have a lot of. I mean, it suffers from the same thing that all card games does. It's like the creep, the power creep, and just because some cards are beloved doesn't mean that they're going to stand the test of time. Like Yu-Gi-Oh
Oh
GX
man,
was all about polymerization, but that shit is weak.
it
IRL.
seems like Reddit has destroyed some of Yu-Gi-Oh. Apparently, it is
Ooh.
said that Pegasus used his Millennium Eye and some tablets from Egypt to create cards. However,
Okay.
it's highlighted that there were no machine-type monsters or tunes back in the Egypt day. So,
Uh-huh.
how these Egyptian tablets created tune cards, I think we're all still trying to figure out.
I never really like figured out the mechanism behind that. Plot holes. Random plot go.
I was a loser even as a kid, man. This was the stuff that kept me up at night. I've got that like 2% of Neil deGrasse Tyson where oh, come on, it breaks the immersion. The stars don't look like that. Ah, come on. The sun doesn't set in that direction. Like I'm that guy watching movies, dude. I don't want to be. It's just when I see it, it pisses me off.
Yeah,
like,
you just can't get your mind off of them.
And I that's why I liked most of Game of Thrones because it's fantasy, but like in the framework of the real world, kind of. True Blood was similar. What if vampires just existed amongst modern day humans instead of? I hate it when it turns into, well, how do they do that? Well, that's just vampire magic, bro. Come on, man. Like, all right.
I don't need to
How
know.
do they fly? Dude, Goku he closes his eyes and he pretends he's Superman and he just fucking flies. Stop
It just
asking
happens.
questions, kid.
I mean, I wish they had some sort of blanket explanation, like Star Wars, they could say the Force. But
right.
I mean, Goku, it's like, come on, can we get like some sort of explanation?
And even like I was willing to accept. I thought DBZ did a pretty good job just leaning into like, it's just like some chi energy, man. And if you just meditate enough, you can do crazy shit. And so at least they talked about kind of energy manipulation. Right?
Yeah.
And at least talked around it. So it lets you intuit that flying might not be that crazy. I think that's actually an example the other way of like, it doesn't take a lot to keep it within the bounds of the universe. But once you start doing like, hey, Harry Potter, why do we have to put the time turner in? Oh yeah, that doesn't add a whole lot of like forks of, why didn't we just time turn to when Voldemort was a baby?
Right?
Well, and of course the answer is because strange things happen to wizards that turn the time, Harry. But maybe it would have been worth it to kill the most evil wizard of all time.
Yeah, maybe. Right? Yeah, you think they think about that. I feel like the third book was just one big I put time traveling in there for no reason, and now I need to explain why you shouldn't use it.
Yeah.
It was just never explored after that.
My favorite
Entire
scene
series.
is when Hermione sees her hair from the back and it's like, is that really what my hair looks like from behind? I like that part because it's very real. That's like you break the
Yeah,
immersion of the stupid Harry Potter writing and go, that is exactly what I would have said in that same situation. I feel
100%.
you, Hermione.
That's some real stuff right there. I think that's like what motivated her to go on that, in the fourth book where she's like really pretty and Ron finally starts realizing, oh, he has feelings. Yeah, I
Oh
feel like
yeah.
that entire makeover got inspired from that one time in the third book where she realizes, oh shit, my hair looks nappy.
I like that. I like that theory.
Girl got some self awareness in her. Proud of her.
Yeah. It's yeah, I still am impressed with Harry Potter. I wish I liked reading more, and I would maybe read the books and go super deep into all the lore. I'm sure I would love it, but reading makes me sleepy.
Oh, I feel ya. I mean, I used to be into reading a lot until I wasn't. That's
I
sort of like a
want to be in
thing.
it. I've bought so many books. I'm on chapter
Ooh.
4 of like 7 books right now.
Of the
I
first book or
keep
like book 7?
no, just books in general. Just I keep
Oh,
telling myself that reading is good, and I keep finding books and going, "Oh, this is a good one. I'm going to read this and really learn something." And then I read about 3 chapters over 3 months and go, "Hey, this book's probably pretty good." And then something else happens and then,
yeah,
it's painful. I have to force myself to do it.
that makes
Even
sense.
sometimes at work, somebody will send me a 12-page document and I'll be like, "Hey man, listen. I suck at reading. Can we just like get on a phone call and talk about it for 10 minutes and I think I'll understand it?"
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm an auditory learner or whatever. I need to be able to listen and ask questions. My
Fair.
reading comprehension is just bad. I hate to admit it. It's a little bit embarrassing, but it's just not good. Turns
I
out all
mean,
those
people learn
times in middle
differently.
school when I just didn't read and smiled and nodded and they're like, "Yeah, he probably gets it." Turns out I probably should have been reading.
Mayhap. But everybody learns in different ways, and nobody can say that like it's not like you're stupid or anything. Like you're like one of the best people who can explain something that's like Web3 and obscure to somebody who hasn't heard of it before and make it understandable. Like that is a feat.
That's true. That's true. I can do that. It just takes me a minute to get it in the canon, and I am slightly embarrassed to say I empathize with the people that have that. Why haven't I set up your? Why haven't you set up your Trezor yet? Or like, why didn't you just go buy Bitcoin already? Like,
Yeah.
I watched Bitcoin for a long time and was just a little scared. I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly how to do it. And it wasn't until like years later until one of my friends sat down and was like, "Listen, dude, I'm going to sit here with you and I'm going to show you exactly what to do." And he painfully, step by step, was like, "Okay, rip open the Trezor box, take the plug, and put the one into the side of the Trezor." And 4 hours later, I was a blockchain expert.
I don't know that guy, but I love him. That guy is
Dude,
amazing. He is the
he's a
best.
he's a hero. It's that initial spark of getting people over the hump is really, really an important feat, and I empathize with the fear. It's very
Absolutely.
human.
He's amazing. I love friends who do that for you.
Yeah. Well, it was somewhat selfish. He was this was like 2020 or something, and he's like,
Uh-huh.
um, I had set up hot wallets and stuff before, but I didn't know how to do it like proper. It was stuff that was worth money. And he
Mm-hmm.
was we had met in college. We were both freshman computer science students, and then we both left computer science and graduated with other degrees, and then ended up basically working in the computer science field anyway. I did a little more business, but still, he ended up becoming a full stack developer, and he was in San Francisco working at some tech company doing really boring Web 2 stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
he became like the only blockchain guy at the company. And we had reconnected all these years after university, and he said, as we're talking right now, people are walking by my desk and putting their hand over their face, shaking their head like, "Oh, there's Kevin having another crypto phone call again." this isn't a crypto company, right, bud? And he just eventually got to that point in 2021 where, all right, I'm ready to go full time. And he took like a developer job at, I forget where, something really boring and building infrastructure. But I think at the time he just had this pent up, like, I will talk to anyone about crypto
The
that
burning
believes in
passion.
crypto. Well, because there's a difference between discussing crypto and exchanging notes
Yeah,
and
yeah.
constantly having to defend your position of people being like, well, it's all fraudulent, dude. You're an idiot for believing in this.
Oh my
And
gosh.
just wanting to be like, listen, man, I didn't come up with it. All right. Like, there's. So he definitely
It's a lot of
was getting
nuance.
frustrated. And I
Yeah.
remember that first phone call when we were catching up again after all those years. He's like, so what kind of crypto stuff are you into? I was like, oh, not that much. I'm pretty light. I'm pretty casual. I'm running like a Litecoin miner in my basement. And I was trying to build this Ethereum game. And he was like, but I'm going to go ahead and pause you there. I have
That's
not
not
met
casual
anyone
at
who's
all.
running a miner in their basement. Yeah, don't sell yourself short, dude.
Bro.
You're pretty deep.
Running a miner in your basement. It's all casual, bro. Only you, man. Only you.
A couple of Ethereum rigs running and nothing too serious. I was comparing it to my friend who's like, old JD Hyper, who used to be deep into mining. He used to heat his
Shout
house
out to
with fucking
JD
graphics
Hyper.
cards.
I've heard a couple people back in where was that? Up in like Washington and Idaho, got a couple of friends who got through some winters heating stuff up with their mining rigs.
Yeah,
you could not do that in the Philippines, so I'm just mad props. Oh,
yeah.
An aside, mods, can you? I think we have some spam in chat. I can't remove it. Can you guys get rid of that? Thank you. So, how do you start your mining adventures? Did you just like wake up and decide I'm gonna buy a ton of GPUs and crash the market?
You got to remember back then there wasn't really that much to do with crypto, right? Like any of those eras, 2014, 15, 16, 17, like pretty much.
I mean, you could pay for weed. That's
yeah. I mean, yeah, you could buy drugs online, I guess, but pretty much all you could do was just buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin, sell Bitcoin. Same with Ethereum. Ripple pops up. Whoa, the banks might like us one day. All you could kind of do was talk about the future. DeFi didn't exist yet. Uniswap didn't really exist yet. I guess it sort of conceptually did in a pre-phase kind of thing. But yeah, you couldn't really do anything yet, but just talk about it and try to not get overwhelmed by the negativity of your friends. So if you start going down the rabbit hole of, hey, this is actually kind of cool, I kind of believe in it, then mining becomes one of the few hobbyists like, hey, at least I'm doing something. I learned how to plug these things in. So
back then, cashing in was like really hard.
Most people started with Bitcoin miners, but they required an electricity plug that your washing machine uses, the higher amperage or whatever. So you can't just plug it in your basement. You need like industrial stuff, and they're super loud, and they're much warmer, and just a lot more
wild.
I don't know, industrial, if that's the right word. So I read a lot about it, was kind of turned off, and there's that weird thing. Miners are really cheap when the markets are down and no one believes, and then they skew in price really, really crazy when everyone's like delusional about, I'm gonna mine my own Bitcoins, home mine Bitcoin here. So I ended up making money actually just flipping miners. I bought and sold a couple. I got a little bit lucky. I had ended up buying one in a down market because I wanted it as a collector's item, and then the markets went up again, and I ended up selling it for way more than I bought it for.
That's pretty good.
Kind of weird stuff like that, but the strange thing back then was to buy a miner, almost all of them, like to get a new one, unless you were buying it on eBay or Facebook Market, if you wanted to buy a new one, like a cutting edge, hey, this is the new tech, it was pretty much only Antminer, and that was a company in China, and they were making all this hardware in China. And you would know that they had a new wave of hardware because they would test it and they would plug it in, and you would see the network difficulty spike as they would plug in all this new hardware. And then they would get to front run it, and then they would sell it to you. And the only way you could buy it was to do a race Bitcoin transaction where it was like limited supply. All right, guys, here's 200 miners, and they would send everybody an email and a text message, and then you would go on and just send them Bitcoin and pray that this
Oh my
$3,000
God.
miner arrives in the mail 3 months later.
Do you ever get
was
shit from customs?
well, I never got one from direct from Antminer. I don't know anybody that did get stopped from customs. Everyone that I know, it was too new and weird, and it just was like, hey, here's some weird computer thing, and it just kind of went through. But it definitely got weirder and murkier, and then most of the people in my little network all just started buying secondhand and really just got more into trading.
Yeah, a lot safer
mining is a
that
little
way.
bit of an illusion. It really only works in like
It's like the gold rush in mining picks.
Yeah, exactly. So it's cool to learn or whatever, but I got turned on to Litecoins because it was just like its name, Bitcoin Lite, and their miners were actually designed to be something you could just plug into a regular outlet, plug into your house. And at the time, the theory was that might make it more decentralized because normies could just run these GPUs things, those ASICs in their basements, whereas Bitcoin needs like industrial power and stuff, and it'll ironically, Litecoin now, the miners have surpassed that, and you need a legit plug. You can't just plug it in anymore. But yeah, that was where it ended up being the perfect thing for me. Litecoins were cheaper. That whole the silver to Bitcoin's gold really got me. It's like, I'm a silver guy. Gold's too expensive. Hell yeah, buy some digital silver. So yeah, and then I did have a couple because I had that broadcasting studio, Moonduck. We had a bunch of computers. And a lot of them had GPUs, so I did, in the downtime, line them up and kind of turn them into Ethereum miners. But
get them!
Pretty much all of the ETH that I mined, I ended up spending on ICOs that went to zero. So
but like it's a great experience, right?
Exactly, and I didn't lose any money on ICOs. Technically I did, but it felt like money that I never really had. But
I mean, let's just call it education money. College trips you off more than that.
100%. Yeah. And it's funny looking back, the amount of people that I let kind of FUD the idea of mining, even on a hobbyist level, like that, they really made me feel stupid about it. And I wish if I hadn't talked to any of those, I guess they're smart, but those people, I would have probably believed and I could have gotten into that, like, all right, it's 2015, the goal is just accumulate. Like, don't think about, all right, is my miner profitable today? As long as it's not hemorrhaging money, the goal is just accumulate as many tokens as possible. I think that's closer to what Hyper did, right? He just became, I'm going to accumulate. I don't
Shout out to Hyper.
Chasing these little like, hey, buy the dip or I sold the top. It's just more about time in the market. I'm young. I just want to get as much shit that I think has potential to grow as possible.
Absolutely.
Which is a very valid strategy.
Bros winning. Speaking of bros, hello to Sid and hello to The Truth and RN. Y'all said that you would come over to the stream, and you did. Brownie points. Thank you so much. Sorry, can you keep going?
But yeah, I let a bunch of esports people convince me that Ethereum was stupid and that the whole thing is just speculative, and all of them were like, they really got me. I remember being in China at this esports tournament, getting this big argument with these two people, and they were like dogpiling me, saying that it only makes sense to mine if you think crypto is going to go up. Like, if not, you're just trading electricity for tokens. And I don't know how I let them convince me that was a bad deal, because looking back, I'm like, right, I traded electricity that has no speculative value for something that's going to go 30,000x. That's a good fucking deal, dog.
Oh, boy.
But it took me a couple years to really come around and kind of get over the ICO era. And I was probably I was not enough of an independent thinker. And I don't know why I let... And it was, ironically, a conversation the other way, years later after that, if somebody was, like, bullying me the opposite of, like, dude, are you stupid? Why would you who's this guy that told you mining is dumb? Like, oh, some esports caster? Right. Why would you listen to him when it comes to, who gives a shit what that guy thinks? He's not even your friend. If you believe in it, then just do it. Don't let some asshole that you met at one event convince you that your personal thesis is wrong just because...
I love that guy.
That guy kind of bullied me. He's like,
it's tough love.
Loser talk, dude. No, exactly. He was like getting mad. Like, that's loser talk, dude. Like, come on. I would get it if you had dinner with Vitalik and he said some shit that threw you for a loop, but like, what does that guy know? Dota, right? Ask him about Dota. Don't talk to him about crypto.
Oh,
That's good.
100%. Good call.
Yeah, you know, when you're young and dumb, you
Yeah,
know.
but when you don't have a lot of experience, it just feels like everybody else knows better than you, and you tend to follow everybody's like advice. But I feel like as you mature more into the market, you realize that there's only certain people worth taking advice from, and
Totally.
everybody else is just noise.
100%. Yeah. I needed a few more good allies that were really bullish with me back then to chop it up with. And to circle back to the beginning of the conversation, there's a difference between, hey, we're both like kind of curious and skeptical. Let's just discuss and try to figure out how this works. And one person having that mindset and the other person just trying to convince you that blockchain as a concept is a scam. And there's just only so many hours in the day to waste on those conversations. It's
Absolutely.
like, you know, younger me would get all sucked into that, and now I just kind of go, hey man, if you really don't care, I don't either. Go do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, like,
I don't give a fuck.
You do you, buddy.
Buy it or don't, man. I don't care. I didn't invent it.
Oh my, I have not gotten a single bingo.
Dude, I feel like they made it harder. My last 3 runs, me and my opponent both scored under 5,000. So it's not even just me. We're just, the boards have gotten more challenging.
I mean, I got news for you though. I got my first blackout just before the stream.
No way.
Yeah, I did great, but it was just before the stream, which sucks. I don't know if it counts because it's not even on stream. And then,
like that bit in the office when they're watching the thing bounce around the TV, and Pam claims she saw it hit the corner once when she was alone in the office.
Everybody's like, no way. Okay, Pam.
Yeah, I love it when Jim is like, I believe she thinks she saw it.
Yeah, no pics or
Pics or it didn't happen. Exactly.
I believe she thinks, you know, and as I say that out loud, now I have a board that's only got 5 left with 30 seconds.
Oh, get him. This is it.
I'm skeptical. I don't know, but
you have to believe.
Chance here.
Well, listen to yourself. Yugi. Hard on the cards.
Come on, Yugi.
Come on, Yugi.
What does he say when he powers up and touches the idol and goes all deep voice?
I forgot.
Does he just say Yu-Gi-Oh or something?
I have no. I think that's a part of the 4Kids dub because he doesn't say anything in the real, like the Japanese anime.
Oh, he's just stoic and epic. He's just
yeah. It's like it's not actually him. It's like a different version of him. I don't know, man.
Is it literally a different entity? It's not actually.
It's Yugi, a different entity. Like... So Yugi's like this. It's like Chad versus Virgin, that type of stuff. That meme. Chad Yami versus Virgin Yugi. Like they're 2 different people. Like there's all sorts of memes about it.
So Yugi's like a medium that channels these ancient Egyptian spirits, and
Chad
Yugi is like some
pharaoh
Egyptian
from like the
god or something.
Yeah, he was a pharaoh from the olden times, and he played Yu-Gi-Oh.
When he goes to Pharaoh Yugi and he's battling real hard and he's super cool and everyone's all into it. When he comes back to little Yugi, does he remember everything? Was he just like a passenger, like Get Out style, like he's just hypnotized and stuck in the dark place, or like what's
from what I know from the lore? Okay, so back then when they weren't friends, no, he couldn't remember shit. And then he was like, "Bro, this is my body. Can you like not?" And now he knows like what's going on because they're friends. There's also 2 other people that are in the same situation as him, where they're being haunted by a poltergeist in their body, but it's also like a struggle for them because they're not friends with the things in their bodies, and thus they do not remember. I might know too much about the lore.
Wow, that is.
I just outed myself.
That is deep. So I get it. It's one of those like poltergeist style things where if you embrace it and you're friends with the spirit thing, you can kind of work together and co-pilot.
Yeah.
But if
yeah,
you
exactly.
Just say, "Hey, get the hell out of here," it just says, "Nah, fuck that," and just takes over. And
pretty much.
You just black out and Damn, I never realized that Yu-Gi-Oh was so adult. That's some heavy shit, dude.
I think parts of the anime started with like your boy doing shady things, and people were like, "What? That version? That little baby face guy? He would never."
Now, the
That's why
way
there's
you
such a
described it,
difference.
they could totally make like an adult version of Yu-Gi-Oh, like a reboot, like a
They
dark
could.
version,
They could make a
you
Netflix
know?
version.
Yeah, like a fucked up, like a Black Mirror version
Yes.
where Yugi's like not necessarily a good guy and he's like haunted and kind of demonic, and like you could make Kaiba
Yeah.
this really epic anti-hero kind of thing. I don't know, man. That actually sounds like a pretty sweet hook for a series.
Yeah, that sounds great, actually.
Which
I
I
don't know.
hear
That's something I'd
sort of what
watch.
they're doing with the new Harry Potter series,
Ooh.
because it'll be not movies. It's going to be an HBO show, and I've heard it'll
Ooh,
be
man's all about the HBO. Okay, hook me up.
more akin to Game of Thrones, but with Harry Potter lore. So
Oh, I'm
same
standing.
general premise as the books. You know, it's like the same story as the movies, but with
Uh-huh.
more time to expand out all the side stuff and all the Hermione stuff and all the house elves and like all those side characters that have serious roles in the books that don't appear in the movies. They can
Okay.
go a lot deeper in the show and make it happen. It's ultra delayed though because of that last writer's strike. So it's still like years away, I think. But
Mhm.
I'm 99% sure that it's like confirmed and a real thing, and it
I want
might
to
be one
believe.
of the best shows ever. Because Harry Potter's just such a good world for that, right? It's just
Yeah, the
it's so
world building is
deep
really
and
good.
yeah, it's perfect for a really slow, like well-paced show where movement matters and where, you know, every Harry Potter movie has that moment where it's like, "Hey Harry, it's Christmas. Hey Harry, it's spring break. Oh, Voldemort's back. We better do something before we're going to
Yeah.
school."
There's
And
always
like
something seasonal.
exactly, it always there's like a time warp that happens. They're like, "Wasn't it like just Christmas?"
Surprise.
Damn, I just got 19,000. That's not bad.
Oh, he's him. He's a gamer, chat.
I'm in it today.
The boy's on fire. The score I got for the blackout game, I think, was 37. But I don't know if that really matters because it wasn't it wasn't here. It wasn't on the stream. The next time, hopefully, I get one. But knowing me, I'd probably fumble like one or two, and then I wouldn't get the blackout. There's just something about talking and doing the thing at the same time. It's just really distracting.
Yeah, it seems like blackouts are this combination of kind of luck and skill at the same time.
Yeah.
You have to have a good run and not miss any, but then you also have to hit the RNG and
Not fumble the bag.
Yeah. With the blackouts though, do you still have to hit bingo at the end? Or
Yes.
is it just blackout?
You have to hit bingo at the end.
So if you have a 2x after a blackout and then bingo, that's the theoretical highest score.
Yeah, I think I did have a 2x. Thinking about it. Yeah.
You know, now that I think back, I think I might have doubled it.
Ooh. Hello?
Hello.
Zyori in the room.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. He just disappeared out of nowhere.
Oh, maybe I got so loud my
Oh yeah, it's the canceling. It's the canceling.
I think I triggered my compressor because I got so excited. I did have a thought that like I wonder what my neighbors think when I play bingo, because sometimes it gets very heated in here. Although two of my neighbors, there's 6 units on my floor and 2 of them are Airbnbs. And at first I was like, oh, that's gonna suck. I bet the Airbnb people are loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
I think it's actually the opposite.
Wow.
I don't hear them. And anytime I'm like, ooh, I'm being kind of loud right now, I go, what the fuck are they gonna do? Call my landlord? They don't live here. Fuck them.
It's actually really considerate of these Airbnbers.
Yeah.
Especially since you're near a beach, right? So you know, it's a bunch of people go to a beach a lot party. I just wouldn't expect it. That's really nice.
No, me too. I was nervous. I think some of the upside is that if you live in a place that gets hurricanes a lot and you live in a
Ooh,
hurricane-proof structure, the
yeah.
walls are like thick as shit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think I think that's some of it. I actually there's a world where maybe they are really loud and I just can't hear it because our
Yeah,
before I
truly.
moved, my old building was like that too. I was actually the first like 6 months we were there, we had social gatherings and invited people over, and we knew our
Wild.
neighbors were elderly. And I was always like, they probably hate us, dude. We're
Aw.
loud, we're screaming, we're watching TV, we're yelling at each other, we're smoking and drinking and just and it was the opposite. I mean, maybe they didn't hear that good, but Christmas that year, they sent us a card and they were just like, "Thank you for being such great neighbors. We didn't even
Aw.
know that you existed." And I was
What the
like, I
heck?
don't know how that's possible, but yeah, we're excited too. So we just
Wild.
concluded that these storm safe walls actually work magic in
Man,
insulating some of the sound.
that's amazing.
So
All
one
right.
plus side. One plus side.
One thing to keep in mind if you're planning a murder, go to a place with hurricane-proof walls. I have no 069. Very sad. Very tragic. I don't think I've had any.
Well, I think all of the ones today, where I've gotten a few where I only got one bingo, and then I look at the final score and I still won. So I think
Ooh.
some of these boards are actually just
Yeah, they're meant to be hard. Yeah. They're really out here. Okay, I got one. Is this good? Please let me hit bingo. Okay, I did it. I did. I'm gaming. I'm gaming. I'm gaming. Okay. That was a really bad score though, but at least I remember to hit bingo. I wonder if I win. Got him, boys! Alright. I'm going to give room 1 a try since we've been doing a couple of practice rooms.
Yeah, I've been doing all practice rooms today.
Yeah, it's just been a shaky
Actually,
couple of days.
forgot
Yeah?
I need to top off my CU. I'm down at 4.5.
Oh,
The
rip.
damage from the last stream is palpable.
I feel ya. We're doing a great charity work here. Especially for the people grinding their leaderboard scores. By the way, we do have a known issue on the leaderboard scores. Take a look at that at the Game Updates channel on our Discord so you can be updated. We'll let you guys know once it's fixed. Yay. Ooh, got him. Oh, I got an 069. Okay, things are looking up.
We're gonna make it, chat.
Gonna
Wag me.
Wag me.
I was watching some Axie Sisters clips the other day.
Ooh.
Trying to feel young
Hey, are they
again.
still a thing? Haven't they disbanded?
You know, it's a little bit hard to follow. I think they're mostly disbanded. There was a whole thing about one of the sisters was going to leave, and then they were going to replace her with this other sister, but the one that got selected by the community vote wasn't Korean, so they couldn't talk to each other. It was a whole
That's tragic.
And then I think the two sisters that were left ended up hanging around and doing some of their own Axie Sisters stuff. And then they came out with a new song that was, I would say, just okay. You know, their original one had kind of a good hook, but the newer one was like not as good as the original. You know,
that makes sense.
I don't want to be mean about it, but
you know, yeah, some songs are good, some songs are better. It is what it is.
It's hard to just keep putting out banger after banger without
absolutely
in between.
Absolutely.
So I'm not sure if they're still actively doing stuff. I know that they were doing stuff with Chief in Vietnam for a little while. So it's hard to follow, but it just made me think, like, man, how do we get the Unicorn Sisters?
Holding auditions.
And is the crossover between K-pop and crypto actually that hot? I did always wonder, were the Axie Sisters effective marketing? I'm still not sure.
Not sure. I feel like there wasn't really a lot of connection, because I think like there's a lot of things in K-pop culture that kind of has there's sort of something there that's the same with crypto, like the concept of wanting. I feel like NFTs are something that would work really well in the K-pop industry as long as they didn't know the like what NFTs are, if that makes
No, I know what you
sense.
mean. These NFT fan systems are perfect for stuff like K-pop, where you have these super
Exactly.
fans and they all want proof of participation, and it's
Yes.
it's wild because the concept is so simple. If the fandom, it's what Avenged Sevenfold is doing with their death bats, right? Like if the
Ooh.
fandom is there, bands and musical acts are the perfect thing. You have all this gear, you have all this
Yeah.
merch, signing sessions, behind the scenes, front row tickets, early access tickets, like early special release records, special release tracks, meet and greets,
Agreed.
all this kind of stuff. People already pay money to go to your shows. So all you have to do is give them some little way to connect it all together and just
Yeah.
prove that they're like, a real member. And oh my God, I just got
Yeah.
down to one. One
Oh,
left.
oh my gosh.
That's the closest to blackout I've ever gotten. That's so upsetting. But it really is that easy. You just have to track their activities across the ecosystem. Then you can be able to go, okay, this guy's bought every album we've ever sold. This guy's been to 15 concerts. He bought 3 VIP stage tickets or backstage tickets. Hey, maybe we should just invite this guy over for dinner. He's literally
Yeah.
our biggest fan, and we can prove it. And like that is just such a cool. I've always heard with celebrities, one of the things they hate the most is signing stuff for people that just put it on eBay
Yeah.
immediately. And that most famous people are like, I genuinely don't mind signing stuff for actual fans. And I don't mind that some people will sell things that I sign and whatever. Some people need money. It's all good. But it
Mm-hmm.
feels manipulative and like extractive for that. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys wait in line, and half the line is just eBay flippers that like
Yeah.
barely even know who I am beyond just the fandom.
Yeah,
It
that
just
just absolutely
feels
sucks.
bad, man. And that was like, Leonard Nimoy, the guy that played Spock, right? He
Mm-hmm.
was like a
The guy with a
huge,
funny
huge,
salute.
yep, huge with the Vulcan death grip.
Yes.
He was huge at the Star Trek conferences, right? He really was big into the fan service thing and just respecting and appreciating the extreme degree of fandom around him. And he was really old at the end and still would go to these conferences and do signing sessions. And towards the end, you would have to pay like $200 or $300 to get the signature from Leonard Nimoy and wait in line and all this stuff. And I had always heard that the reasoning behind that was he didn't even want the money. He didn't need it. But if he didn't do that, then it was just a line of fucking eBay flippers. And by putting
Pretty
the gate
much.
on it, at least it helped be like, hey, you're enough of a fan that you care enough to spend $300 on my autograph and a 5-minute meet and greet. And he
Yeah.
ended up just changing his model to be around like it's just all VIP tickets. And I'm really
Yeah.
sorry if you're too poor to afford a VIP ticket. The scalpers ruined it for you, man. And I think about that and just go, God damn, that guy was ahead of his time. And the fan systems that are being built right now, in another 5 years, I think that problem will be like not solved, but pretty close to it. Like I shouldn't say solved.
Yeah.
The tooling to solve it will be established and
Yeah.
will be available for people to implement if they so choose to. And Avenged Sevenfold is like leading the charge on this shit. And
Mm-hmm.
they're, I think, trying to attack Ticketmaster. So they're doing that whole fan thing, but
Who
then
get
also
him?
trying to leverage that platform to take a chip away from Ticketmaster and the giant monopoly they have over ticket sales and fees and all that stuff, and allow bands to use a platform that allows them to go like ticket to consumer directly without having to deal with any middleman that fucks it up. It's a really great use case for blockchain because Ticketmaster is a perfect example of why centralized capitalistic orgs like this
Sucks.
just
Yeah.
break the system, right? They just extract value. They don't provide
Mm-hmm.
value to anyone except themselves anymore. And it's so deeply ingrained that no individual band can really fight against it. But they're using their band as the proof of concept to build the system to get other bands to go, oh, dude, that's awesome. I see how it works.
Yeah.
And like leverage their credibility. And, I don't know exactly where the platform's going to go in the end, but it's really awesome. Like if I wish I
Yeah.
liked Avenged Sevenfold more. You know, I'm not into metal as much these days, but like
Hmm.
if you're a fan of that band, dude, go get yourself a death bat. Go follow M Shadows. Go deep on all their shit because they are taking fandom to the next level. And I really think other bands and other like live performance acts and stuff are going to start copying that model.
Absolutely.
So you don't need to launch a token. You don't have to launch NFTs. You can. You know, they chose to do the membership thing with 10K death bats and different ones had different perks. And if you buy one, you get, you know, early access to records and tickets and all this stuff. That's super cool.
Yeah.
It's not required though. You know, you can just build a ticket system that lets your fans have some sort of little. They just need a wallet address and to scan a QR code at a conference or a near chip field or whatever,
Hmm.
a conference, at a concert, and you can start building out the fan profile. You know, it's
Yeah.
really that simple.
Just
And
gonna make a quick comment. It's 1 minute past the hour. You already know, chat. We're going to extend for another couple minutes, maybe until like 15. Yeah. Another thing that I'm really interested in is I feel like other artists have been tackling the problem of fandom, but like in different ways, and I'm really interested to find out what the technology behind that is. You have Taylor Swift, who's been doing like those secret sessions for years on years now, and she's basically built her platform off of really good marketing and customer like interactions and making people feel like she's part of them. And I'm not really that needs a good PR team, and I have no idea how she does it. Like, I really want to know. I really want to be that fly on the wall because I am 100% sure she uses something. I just don't know what it is.
surely, yeah. And like you can replicate systems like that in the centralized world, and it's more possible the larger you are, right? Once you
Yeah.
get to Taylor Swift level,
Yeah.
the fandom is stupid. I mean, like she can swing elections if she wants to.
I think she has. Hasn't
Yeah,
she?
you know,
Yeah.
just like her tweeting, "Hey y'all, you should go out and register to vote," has like a noticeable uptick on the voting registry. It's so yeah,
Gotta love it.
absolutely. She could basically do that. She could just make Taylor chain or Swifty chain and just do it all completely centralized, permission, proof of authority. No
Yeah.
one would give a shit. I mean, she could just rent Amazon servers and replicate a very similar fan thing where you know you put your info in and you scan stuff. It's just a
Yeah.
real pain in the ass to build a proprietary system like that and not turn it into a platform and just be like, all right, this is for Swifties only. But
Hmm.
again, she could do that. She
She
has the
could.
budget.
Has a
I
budget. She
agree
has
with you.
everything.
I would love to be a fly on the wall and just be able to observe how that operation, how the wheels turn, because
Right?
she seems.
She's
I
killing
mean,
it.
I have no idea what Taylor Swift is like in real life, but she seems to be handling the fandom and holding it together very, very well. Like,
So
remember
well.
Justin Bieber? He went from cute kid to like he's going off the rails to like, oh, Justin's fucked up and throwing trash cans into windows again.
Bruh.
And we never really got that phase with Taylor, or at least if we did, I
Yeah.
missed it. It just went from I'm making cute country girl songs to I'm making bad bitch songs, and you're gonna deal with it. And then everybody loved it, and that's it. Like, it was,
Pretty much. Like, I can't remember if there's been like any wild scandal about her. Nothing. Nothing like that at all. Like, you have Ariana Grande in her licking the donut and whatever.
yeah,
Nothing like that for Taylor Swift. I mean, there was like the whole backbone of the Reputation album, but she
yeah,
kind of made off of that in a really good way. Like, she was vindicated in the end.
yeah. You're talking about the copyright stuff.
Yeah, there's Scott the Sick with her masters, but there's also that thing with Kim Kardashian and Drake. No, not Drake, not Drake. Kanye. There we go. Thank you. I'm so I keep forgetting their names. Yeah, like that whole beef with Kanye. Kanye is not doing 100%. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I would like to go to a Taylor Swift concert. I've heard that it's worth it just to see how as concerts should be done. You know, it's just an epic
Yeah.
affair, and they're just very, very intense.
Yeah.
I would like to experience that sometime. I'm like
Yeah.
a mids Taylor Swift fan. I don't know all of her songs. I really just like 1989. I'm a big 1989 guy. Taylor Swift is exactly my age, and that song 21 or
22.
21, 22. Dude, I was 22 when that song came out, and it rocked my
So
world.
relatable. I mean, I'm
dude,
not her age, but I am a fan of Taylor Swift by association. To Fluffy.
it
You remember
upset me.
karaoke?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Too well then.
It upset me how much the song 22 resonated with me. I remember being in like just done university, driving around in my 2001 Honda Accord that had a CD player, nothing digital, with my burned Taylor Swift CD. 22. Oh my god, dude, that was my shit for a whole summer.
It's such a theme.
I felt so alive. College.
Like, I guess Taylor as a person is like really divisive to other people, but you really gotta hand it to Taylor the product. Like the marketing,
Oh yeah.
the relations,
Yeah.
it's impeccable.
Well, I mean, obviously she gets heat now because she's clearly not a Republican. I don't know if she's a Democrat, but she's clearly on the left side of things, not the right side. So, you know, there's I assume she's anti-Trump. I guess I don't really know, but there's, you know, polarization with that whole battle.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah. But
definitely
like at the
picked
same
a
time,
side.
yeah. I don't think it's done well for artists to be kind of like centrist in the past, has it? Unless you're doing it really well.
Yeah, it
So,
kind of depends.
yeah, I
but
feel like
often
her
not.
PR
Yeah.
sort of weighed it out and was thinking, yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay, this is on brand. You can do this.
Yeah. And she's not that political. Like she's very good at veiling it. You know, she does that, hey everyone, you should go register to vote. And then
Yeah.
you know, doesn't tell you who to register for, but it's pretty obvious.
I think she launched that song. I think it was called "The Man." The same time that she asked people to vote. Not sure if I'm 100% right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so it really did send a message there. While like the pops couldn't really get an official word out of her, she was able to communicate it really effectively.
I will say the Taylor Swift Kelsey thing, you know, that her dating the football player.
Yeah, football dude.
I don't know what to make of that. I hate to be so cynical and just think that celebrity dating is just one giant charade and that it's all manufactured. And like I go back and forth on conspiracy theories between like, you know, the upper elites and it's all manufactured and like there's not a giant conspiracy. It's just a lot of greedy people all thinking very short term, and that compounds to create really weird, shitty outcomes that kind of look conspiratorial, but are more of a byproduct of
an Occam's razor type thing. Yeah.
Right. Not one giant cabal of there's actually 10 people that are really organized and pulling all of the strings. Like I have never met anyone that I've deemed competent enough to be able to do that.
Right.
But if they were, they wouldn't be talking to some dumbass like me. So that's certainly not a fair comparison. But it does strike me as weird. Just it seems so perfectly timed and opportunistic. Just like, all right, what does football want? Young people to watch it. What do young people like? Taylor Swift. How do we get girls to care about football? Let's have Taylor Swift date somebody on the best team that's going to win the Super Bowl. I'm pretty jaded about the NFL. I like watching it, but I think they're legally allowed to rig the games because it like counts as entertainment or something. So
really?
I don't really believe
I didn't know
that any of it's real. Yeah, and again, I don't know what's real. That might be some stupid legalese thing, but
yeah,
I think they have a God clause where they can just tell the refs to do whatever, and the refs can do whatever, and you can't sue them for like, oh, that was unfair.
Oh, like WWE.
Exactly. Like, I think if you get into the legalese of it, the league can basically do whatever they want. They can change rules. They can do whatever. It's sort of the illusion of a working system, and really it's just a total dictatorship, and they just do whatever they want, and their, of course, goal is just to make as much money as possible. So
wild.
That also, again, like it sounds so stupid and conspiratorial, but also, I mean,
but
it's
also
not that hard to ring a football game. And I just find it somehow hard to believe that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift organically met one day on Hinge and were like, holy shit, you like football? I hate football, but I see it a lot. And they just were like, it strikes me as too convenient. So
Yeah. Or maybe like, I don't know, maybe the rich and famous have mating habits we do not know of.
well, that's certainly true. Well, I mean, think about like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. I remember thinking similar when I was younger, like, ah, what the hell's going on here? And it's been kind of a while, and
Yeah.
I don't know, what the hell do I know? But the little bits I've seen, they seem relatively stable. I don't see her pulling the Amanda Bynes kind of thing going on here.
Come
So,
on, Divine.
man, I feel so bad for
Wild.
Amanda Bynes. I
Yeah.
really do. She if you were a 90s kid that was into Nickelodeon, it's hard to summarize how quickly she rose in fandom. She went from like this
Right?
extra
The
on All
Amanda
That to
Show.
like yeah, the Amanda
He
Show,
had
and
her
she did
own
that
freaking
movie.
show.
What is it? What
Yeah.
Girls Want or the
What a
whatever
Girl
the
Wants? Something like
yeah.
that.
Is that the one where she's the soccer player?
Oh,
Or is that a
forgot.
different movie?
She's the man, I think.
She's the man.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
so
we go. Thank you,
she had a couple of
Fancy.
good movies and I follow her on Instagram now and it just she's just a different person. It really is
Fame does that.
sad.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't
fame and
know.
abuse and like it seems
Oh,
like she had a
absolutely.
really, really bad
It's giving like she was next gen Britney Spears.
yeah, exactly. That it's really sad that there's a lot actually not dissimilar to Britney. There are a lot of people that are Amanda fans that are looking for similar kind of clues in her stuff.
Aw.
The theory that I've heard talked about the most that carries the most water with me was that there was that documentary on HBO about Nickelodeon and all the abuse and how terrible Nickelodeon was in the
Uh-huh.
90s and that
And that
was
one
all
director?
yeah, Dan Schneider and all this stuff. So if you remember Drake and Josh,
Yeah.
Drake, it wasn't that Schneider guy, but one of the producers at the show. It was like a really multiple years. It was this grooming, horrible abuse
Oh,
thing.
Lord.
And Drake wasn't allowed to talk about it for a long time because they were still pursuing the court case, and he won the
It's
court case.
crazy.
So now in the HBO doc, Drake is able to talk about it, and he tells the entire story from his perspective, and it's like,
Poor guy.
oh my god, it's like it's crazier than you would believe. It's really heart-wrenching stuff. Anyway, there's a lot of other people that were involved, like children actors that were involved in Nickelodeon around that time that are just mysteriously quiet now, whose careers have gone nowhere and they're just kind of like
Yeah.
drifted off. And a lot of the theories are like a lot of those people have signed NDAs and were paid off, and a lot of them were abused, but
Oh,
they just
man.
they took the money and now they've spent the money and now they can't come forward because if they do, it would be a violation of their legal agreement and they would have to pay all the money back. And if you don't have it, you're just like you're
That's
just stuck
crazy.
basically. You can't really tell your story anymore. And a lot of people think that Dan Schneider guy, that's basically what he did. And they were able to throw that other dude under the bus that Drake had hard evidence for. And then they were able to scramble and pay off all these people. And now Schneider knows that they can't really come forward. So now he did like a YouTube interview and he's come forward and has tried to like kind of clear his name. And it's a crazy,
Oh,
crazy rabbit
man.
hole of
Okay, last game
speculation.
chat.
Yeah, it's sad, but if you were a 90s kid that watched Nickelodeon, if that kind of dark content doesn't trigger you, it is very captivating because there's so much that is still left unsaid.
Yeah.
Despite there being a lot that has been said.
And
And
I feel like,
Drake is an
yeah.
NFT guy.
Oh,
He bought Axes. I don't know if people know this,
wild.
but
I did
Drake
not.
Bell owned Axes in 2021. I don't know if he still does, but he was
What the
like
heck?
a crypto. He got into crypto just randomly, just like friend of a friend told him, and then. But I know the guy that onboarded Drake.
Do people
Bell
track his
into
wallet?
I'm not sure.
Let me guess, is this Coco?
I don't think so. I think that, to my knowledge, the dude that onboarded him kind of helped him as like a, hey, I get it. He came to him as kind of like, hey, I'm a celebrity. I'm a target. I am genuinely interested in this, but I don't want to get fucked. So it was like a friend of a friend of a friend.
Oh, okay.
It's somebody I know who's very high up at Axie. All right, like this was a deep. It was a deep cut. Well, everyone was like, "Oh, dude, this is Drake Bell," and at the time, he was going through this lawsuit, and none of us had any idea. We were just like, "Oh, Drake's like a little hard to get a hold of sometimes. Like when he's on, he asks a lot of questions, but he doesn't really respond a lot when we send him messages and stuff."
Yeah.
And obviously, he was going through some really intense stuff in real life, and
I mean, I'm so glad
Yeah,
it worked out for him.
just wild. Yeah, no, I think he's on a good path, but I think it was really hard because the dude that the the, the predator guy that harmed him um didn't roll over. Like it was a big fight, and I think
Oh
Drake
my
was
god.
accused of
Like
false
making it up?
accusations originally. Yeah, so it was a
Ugh.
really really divisive thing where I think he lost a lot of friends and allies that got caught up in the middle of it. And then afterwards, it's like, okay, well, turns out Drake was right and it was all real. It sounds like there's a lot of people that have never, like, I don't think Drake and Josh in real life talk to each other anymore.
That's depressing.
So it's like, it's real journalism. I mean, this is like the
Yeah.
real shit that was going on, but it really is sad. I'm always like weird to talk about this stuff because it's really dark and really heavy, but it also is
Uh-huh.
like it's also real and they're real people and it's wild. Like with Drake specifically, I always just
Yeah.
have that like, dude, we were like 1 degree of separation. Holy shit. If you were playing Axie in 2021, there was a chance you queued up into Axie Classic and you kicked Drake Bell's ass in Axie Classic. There's a non-zero chance that happened if you were playing in 2021. That's crazy. That's one of those small world kind of like, damn, who's playing crypto unicorns that we don't even know about, you know?
Yeah. That's crazy. And that's a good heads up as well. Like that documentary on HBO. I feel like if there are like people who have helped us in our formative years, even as entertainers, to form or shape like our idea of the world, we kind of not really owe it to them, but it would be nice for us to just
Yeah,
figure out what happened to them, and just keep their legacy alive by just knowing.
totally. Totally. It's called Quiet on the Set. That's the Nickelodeon documentary.
Okay.
Quiet on the Set.
All right. Oh, I got a message from somebody asking about their withdrawal. They say they haven't received their withdrawal yet. We are encountering some issues about like some delays in the withdrawal. If you are experiencing that, please go to the Unicorn Party Discord and create a ticket there, and we'll be happy to help you. Okay? All right, that is my final game for today. I got absolutely booty blasted by Xiwan. Congratulations, Xiwan. That is 7 Zai in your pocket, in your wallet. Ah. How was your series of matches?
I did just okay today.
Hmm.
I think I went +1, so I won one more game than I lost. But like I said,
Not
today was hard,
bad.
man. I had
Yeah.
a number of like, all right, this board had one bingo kind of games,
Hmm.
so the difficulty is increasing.
It truly is. It truly is. All right, but that is it. That is the end of our 1 hour and some change of playing. Today is what day is it today? It's a Tuesday. So this is the first of our 3 streams of the week. Just want to confirm. Yes, that's right. Barring any downtime or anything like that, we will keep you guys updated on Discord. Thank you so much for being part of the stream. And for those that won against us, please keep note that we will be sending you the Zai directly on your wallet, and we're going to be announcing that on Discord as well. So that's it. Good evening and good morning, Unicorn fam. I hope you all have a great day. Peace out.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.